Okay. Yeah, so I'll start again. I'm Fergus. I'm the founder of Dig Deeper Media, and I help newsrooms around the world with training, strategy, innovation. I'm also the founder of Pop-Up Newsroom, an initiative that uses large-scale collaborations to solve editorial challenges. One of the projects I worked on, you heard a little bit about this morning in the keynote, which was Checkpoint, the project in India fighting misinformation. I work with journalists around the world. In the last year, it's been with people in Moldova, Sweden, India, the US, Singapore, and so I've got quite a wide network with the work that I do. We were asked to think about and talk about the most pressing issues for digital journalists in the near future, and I've got three. The issue of press freedom is touching all of us, more than perhaps we ever thought. And here in the US, that fight is getting bigger, but you are not alone. There is a lot that we can both learn and do to support our brothers and sisters around the world who are also fighting this fight right now. Within this great community lies an amazing strength in numbers and in smarts, and I would really like to see the ONA leverage that to help those people and create impact. We also need to feel safe in our workplaces, and it's essential that we all, regardless of our position, hold ourselves to a higher standard than those that we report on. We should be able to do our work without fear of bullying, harassment, or discrimination, and we are nowhere near a point where we should say that it's acceptable right now. If we want to retain the brilliant minds in our industry, then we need to work harder, and we shouldn't stop on the work that we're doing. We've got to do more. The next issue is trust and misinformation. Trust in news and media and the rise in quantity and impact of misinformation is also an amazingly pressing issue for us. But it's 2019, and we have to stop beating ourselves up about how we got here and instead put that energy, in every single bit of energy we've got, into finding a solution, and that means working together. Battles are won by those who work together most effectively. Trust is not a competitive issue. It's core to the survival of all of us, and projects that I've worked on have provided solid evidence that working together on these issues can make a lasting impact. We all need to step up our efforts and think about how we can collaborate. And the last issue that I want to raise is about innovation and sustainability. This industry is doing amazing things to innovate, but we are not doing enough, and we certainly are not doing it fast enough to stay ahead of those bad actors who we are becoming increasingly aware of. Those bad actors, and people who are not bad actors but are also eating into our profits and our revenues, we need to think about how we can mitigate that. We have to think outside of the box, and we have to look where we haven't before. That might mean working with other industries, it might mean working with our competitors, and it might mean working with big tech in a way that is actually mutually beneficial. If I'm elected to the board, I want to take on all of these issues. And I'm not going to use all my time because I want to stop there.
Timing is perfect.
Okay.
One other thing I would say, the hashtag is ONAelects, hashtag ONAelects if you ever want to share anything. So my first question, and this one I'm trying to start off easy here. Who are you going to call? Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
Boom. All right. Now you see how it's going. He answered that question correctly. All right, the real question.
Now I can...
And you talked about this a little bit, but maybe you'll expand on it. So I think it's fair to characterize a good part of your career as fighting disinformation. And a decade ago, that would have gotten maybe like some confused looks. But today it probably causes most people a lot of consternation. So where do you see that fight going over the next few years? And what, if any, role should ONA play in it?
That fight is just going to get bigger, but it's going to get more complex. And we've already heard things today about how people are taking the complexity and finding solutions. I think ONA needs to support all of those solutions, and I think we need to look, as I said at the very beginning, outside of our comfort zone, outside of our geographic area that we know, and look at those people who have been fighting it, who have no support, who have been on the front lines of propaganda and misinformation, and have survived and found a way through. And I think we have a lot to learn from them. And I would like to bring some of those voices to this community and show what we can learn from them.